Are you struggling to find bass offshore on your lake? Guys, we're going to talk about the thing that you need to understand, more importantly than anything, probably, to how to find these bass in these offshore areas on your lake. And guys, this is something that could be for a beginning angler or advanced angler. I was actually going through this on one of my on-the-water lessons the other day with some new anglers of how to find bass offshore and teach them the forward-facing sonar. And that's what's my biggest guide request is. And so I was teaching this thing, this particular deal on finding bass offshore, and I thought about, hey, I need to make this video. And then I went back out after my on-the-water lesson. I went back out, got footage for you guys of forward-facing sonar, me catching some fish and kind of talking about it a little bit. And so now I'm going to talk about those first before we get to the footage. Let's go ahead and do that. Welcome to the Fishing Coach YouTube channel. Jimmy Eastern, I go by Coach E, guys, and I've made this video before. Made it maybe 3 years ago, and I always teach about it. And I kind of saw the time of where, hey, I can redo this video, because the time I taught about it, I was on a lowland reservoir without contour lines. Today I'm at a highland reservoir that has a contour lines, a big highland reservoir. I mean, not like a Del Hollow big, but you know, or a Table Rock, but it's a good size one. And so let's kind of get into it, and let's kind of dive deep into it, guys. So one thing is understanding, and this is it. It's bass movement. And now with forward-facing sonar, we get to follow fish more than I think than we did before. The units at the dash of finding them was great. And my previous videos, I'm probably going to show y'all footage from it, is how I found fish with my down imaging and side imaging. But now we can find them with this, and it kind of depends on your lake of what electronics to use. But that's not the big deal. But it goes back to, where do these fish spawn at? Where are they in the spring going? And if you want to get better at offshore fishing, kind of go back to, where did I catch them on the bank during the spring? Is your spring March? Is it April, May? Where am I catching them on the bank? And then you got to start visualizing, how are they going to go out there? How are they going to go out there? And everywhere the lake's different. You know, them lowland reservoirs down in Texas and there are other parts of the country, they're flatter, they got drops, defined creek channels, and them fish can be in more of them spots, and them guys at Fork, Rayburn, those areas and smaller lakes find them. But like my lakes, like a Table Rock or like Ouachita to Gray where I'm at here, you got some creeks that just have points, and then there's timber, there could be grass, but there's creek channels, but like it's just like 70, 100 foot, and you're like, where do they go? And now with this we get to see them a little bit, but you gotta visualize first, where do they spawn at? And then once you know where you catch them on the bank, then you got to visualize, where could they go? Some fish might move way, way, way far, but a lot of them really don't. And that's what kind of my lesson was here today, is how I found a pocket off of the main lake. And I was teaching, hey, they normally, man, like we catch them in there in the bushes in April. I mean, they go up there. It's a great spawning place. May, they'll come. I was like, but look, here we are now. We're in the main lake. Here's this hump. Here's this ridge. And the channel swings. They could come out here. And now they're going to stay there all the time. They'll stay there if you don't pick on them. But you start picking on them, then they, you know, and you kind of got to visualize, how far can they go from the bank? That's another thing. Because there are fish that just live offshore. But they also, I think, like to be in areas where they can go to the bank and get a brim. Or eat something shallower. Like if there's gizzard shad up there or whatever, depending on what it is, you know. I mean, it could be a raccoon. I'm just kidding. They're not going to, or a mouse. They're not going to eat a raccoon. But kind of visualize, too, where can they go? And a lot of fish that I target, they're not exactly in the middle of the lake. They're on spots that could be in the middle, but then there's a shallow spot like 100 yards away that they can just swim to. Think of 100 yards, it's 300 feet. We can walk it. Them fish can swim it. So visualize areas that, hey, where can they move to? Now, if you have a lake without contour maps, okay, we're kind of almost, depending where you're at, kind of depending, like I said, where you're at down here in the south, and we've had the weather start changing, but when there's a thermocline like there is in the summer, then fish are going to stay above it because the oxygen level's better. When you get under the thermocline, it's real foggy, they don't see, so they're going to be above it. So you can find them easier because it eliminates a lot of the lake. So them lowland reservoirs without contour maps, it's kind of easier to find them with your electronics. But when that thermocline goes, they can be anywhere. Anywhere, guys, anywhere. And at times they'll get in the ditch, they'll get in creek channel ditches, they can still go up shallow. Like that's what, like the winter at times, they can be so dormant to where they're just glued to the bottom offshore. And they're harder to see with some of this stuff, but that's what they could be doing. But visualize, where are they going to spawn at? When you're searching for them, like where are they going to spawn at? And so hopefully this guys helps you. if you want more information on my map breakdowns, I could break down your map, or I have mine. I have a group of people that are on my breakdowns where I do all my guide trips and lesson trips at for. I kind of share it every 2 weeks to a month. If you want more information on that, you can be out of the state. I kind of go through where I'm fishing, where I'm looking for, and the good and bad. So if that might help you out of finding bass offshore, send me a message to my Jimmy Earshling Fishing Facebook page, or my email's down there on my YouTube channel. And guys, I'm going to share you that old footage of a lowland reservoir without a contour map. Then I'm also going to go to the on the water action out here where I found those schools of fish. Okay, it was out here like 2 weeks ago, by the way, when I'm filming this. I don't even know when you're going to watch the video, guys, but anyway, as I guide and do my on the water lessons out here. Okay guys, before we get to the lowland footage, I'm going to do a little map breakdown, and this is a highland reservoir here. Okay, I was on Lake DeGray, which is a highland reservoir. It has more pockets, more coves, more creeks. This is Lake Tenkiller in Oklahoma, and I'm about to be out there on a lesson, so I was going to kind of look at it real quick. Now, this is a lake that's particular because, and I've not fished it, but one time my whole life, so just going to kind of hear my thoughts on it. But, like, I'm going to look here. Here's these banks. Now, this lake has smallmouth, and I'm not a smallmouth genius by any means because my legs don't. But here are these banks. So I'm going to be looking and thinking that them smallmouth or largemouth could be spawning through here, okay? It's protected from a wind this direction. Now, if the wind blows this way, it's not. But, like, they can get up here. Them smallmouth could maybe even spawn out here. But looking when they're done spawning, they can come up here to this ridge, like Mayish, up to here. But then you have these high spots here. You also have these points. Okay, then you have these ledges even out here. Like, this lake fluctuates. It was high this summer, so they probably were not out here. Now, right now, after it's not rained as much and everything's leveled up, these fish can get out here. Now, if that thermocline's in 40 feet, then they're going to be above it, okay? So that's just kind of, now this is just teaching, and if someone's watching this from Tenkiller and they're like, you're right or you're wrong, let me know. Like I said, this is just me thinking and teaching. But now what's also tough is, like, look down here, like, where there's not much pockets and stuff, and, like, these dudes are going to be here, but then, like, where do they go? Well, they swim out here. They can go on the bottom through here, where there is the thermocline is meeting, because they're going to be above the thermocline. When there's no thermocline, they could be swimming all out here eating bait, and that's when Forward Facing has came in to help us. Of course, guys, like, there could be fish that stay in these creeks and never leave. Okay, like, they spawn back here, and then, like, they're either going to come up here and hang out, like there's docks, there's this or this point, there's this ledge right here, there's this defined contours. But that's what I'm looking for, is, like, I'm thinking where they spawn, and then I'm going to look at the structure, okay? Structure, cover is going to be the rock. Bait fish kind of is a feeding deal, so that could be kind of cover, as some people will say. I just call it like kind of deal. There's flooded timber it's showing, but that's what you're going to kind of look for, is like, hey, where do I catch them? Like right here. They're probably going to spawn all up in here. Then they're going to come out here and hang out. And then, yes, they can swim out here, as we know now. They can. And so, like, this lake's particular because it's less structure. It's more point-oriented, which is your structure, but there's not many flats, drops, humps. As you get up here, you kind of see a little more. So I just picked this lake just to kind of teach for, like, if there is less structure, what to kind of look for. Now it's Graf. I got my phone hopefully hooked up to my Lowrance to help you guys out. Hopefully you can hear all this with my motor. But what I'm just going to do, and what I did that day in that high school tournament, is I just graphed. Now right away there are some bait. Now this is a different time of year. This is not the summer. This is kind of that fall, but I'm helping you for summer and potentially winter. So you see some bait fish right there along some stumps. What I do need to do is this real quick. Let's go here, okay? There we go. So guys, we're just gonna graph and look. So I'm gonna put this kind of down here, and I'm just gonna talk right now, and hopefully you see. So right now you see some stumps over there. Those white dots can be potentially fish, okay? But see, we're at 7 foot right now. It's not that deep. And it's about 3 to 4 foot back up in here, and even shallower there. Now, like, there's a little grass mat that looks pretty nice that might have a fish, and these banks right here look pretty good, you know, right, with the cypress tree. But what I just did that day with them kids to show them is, hey, those fish spawn back here, and then they go somewhere. And so where they go, of course, they have to go somewhere out here. But we're looking for an irregularity. Right now, look, it's 8 foot. Okay, so here we are. It is 8 foot. We're still flat. I'm not really seeing much on the side scan. I need my hood up real quick. Okay, there's some potential, you know, some stuff there. And here we are, we're just going. Now look, it's a gradual drop right now. Nothing crazy, just a little gradual drop. But remember, we're looking for something different, okay? Now, and I can keep going. I'm kind of just staying straight right now, but I can kind of keep going. There's some wood there, but we're not seeing anything yet. So, and everybody idles out of here. You can't run like that's the boat lane up there. So anybody idles this, they should see this and pay attention if you are on the lake to where you have to idle out of these areas. So we're still here, nothing crazy. We're going. See some bait up there on the side scan real quick on the left, okay, on the left of the screen. Those are some little fish right there that you see in the middle. But still, look, there's not a big drop yet as we're going through this. Hopefully you guys hear this well with all my mics and everything. And that wind, you know, I can't control the weather. But here we are still, guys, look, it's just 10, 12 foot flat, nothing, right? And I mean, I'm just, you know, and just looking for something. God, there could be a brush pile right there and that could hold some fish. But I've yet to see a drop on my side scan or of course down scan, a drop that's going to show a shadow, going to be a little bit of a drop. So I haven't really seen a creek ditch yet. Now we're about to get up here to the spot, so I kind of know where it's at, and I'm not going to try to go right over it right away. When we've had that gradual drop, there's a little stumpish brush right there. You're starting to see some of that high spot's right there, and I can tell it's high because you can kind of see a little bit of a drop. You actually can see some fish up there right now. They're not big, but you see some fishies up there. Now I'm out here in the channel, okay, and I still have yet to see, in the channel, the boat lane, this ain't the channel, the boat lane, and I've not seen that crazy drop yet. So here I am just idling, and I'm just trying to look for something that them fish can hold to out here, okay? And that day, of course, when I found this, I idled right over it. I'm trying not to idle over it right away, but we're about to have to anyway, just to kind of show y'all. So, but the whole thing is trying to find an irregularity. There it goes, here we go. Look, there's fish right there. Those aren't big fish, they're all kind of grouped together. There's fish right there, there they are, there's the high spot. So all of a sudden it was 12 foot, now we're at 8 foot. There's some logs up there, you see that brush to the right, and there are a lot of fish there right now as you saw. Now, there's not as many big fish there right now, but there are a lot. But I will say, and I hate showing this, some people probably caught fish here before, maybe not, I don't know. But I'm saying this in the winter and summer, there are times where bigs get here. I'm talking some big fish. But now as you see, look, we're back to 15 foot. Back to 15 foot. So that little high spot right there. Now, of course, I didn't find this, guys, by just looking at the map. I mean, it took time behind this, graphing. Oh, there we go, looky there. There's some fish and some bait right there, ain't that something? So, it's interesting. Now that's the kind of forage these fish are after out here is bait fish. It could be crawfish as well. Now if I go over here to the right, let's go to the right. Now I didn't show it, guys, but that direction is another potential spawning pocket, spawning area, okay? Now guys, remember, bass can still be up there because they could be eating brim. After the bass spawn, the brim spawn, bass will hang around. Bass in this lake are big. They are gonna eat brim. Them red ear, they're gonna eat the red ear. But as you still see, look, it's 12 foot. There's no irregularities over here, guys. So hopefully this worked, helped you saw just kind of what I was seeing, and just what to look for. Look for something different. It's actually getting deeper right there. We're actually starting to get a little deeper. You're seeing some wood, okay? Appreciate you guys. There's some more bait. I might go catch some of these fish. Appreciate you guys. We will see you on the next episode. Let me know what you think about this one. Leave me a comment down below. Uh-oh, got a little high spot here. A little high spot here. Shh. Ooh. Ooh. About to mark that. About to mark that little high spot. Okay. Okay. Why am I gonna put up a doop? There we go. Oop, there's a good little high spot. Y'all just saw everything on it. All right, guys. Hey, we'll see you on the next one. Look at that drop right there. All right, guys, here we are. Little uncut. Just got done with the lesson. And we come pretty good a little bit. It was tough in the morning, and they kind of picked up later. And I really don't care about showing you all this, but guys, this is all for teaching right here. Is all this is, and you're gonna get some uncut footage. There's this little school down there. All my livescope stuff's working. Got all my things all ready to rock and roll. But over here to the right of me is a pocket where a creek goes in. And this out here is the main lake. And I'm just trying to show like how to find these schools that are offshore. And so, you know, if you catch places in the spring, there they are up there. There's all the fish up there. They're out here in the middle. You find places in the spring where you catch them at, then just think, where are they gonna go? Now those fish are not breaking, guys, right now. Let's see. They're not breaking. They might not eat, or they might. They're over here. Got one right there. Got him right there. That's a good one. That's a good one. There we go. There we go, boys and girls. How about that? First cast. It's the old Mega Bass. The Mega Bass Dog X Junior. Look at that fish right there. Like I was trying to teach, you kind of think of where they spawn and then where they're going to go. And up here's our structure, which is the hump. The channel's by it. Now that fish was out there in open water and they're not breaking, and someone's going to be mad that we can't target that fish without this, and that's kind of true. But they also will leave their areas and just come out here and swim. And that one came up there on that top water. They're all kind of close to us now, and you know, I could probably throw the old jighead minnow down there. They hadn't really been eating that. But here, let's see. See what they do to this. Let's see what they do to this. We've had some weird weather, guys. Man, it's back hot again. Like I'm up here, man, it's like gonna be 90 degrees today. It's the second day of October. Oh, got one there. Oh, I just showed juice. Yep. Juice. This is one of my favorite baits when they're doing that. Little George, baby. Yeah. This one's called the hammer. The hammer. Yes, sir. Yeah, I love it when they want to crush the hammer. Forget the minnow. They eat other things than a minnow, boys and girls. Eat other things than a minnow. Y'all just missed me. I think lost one and I caught one. Oh, wow. Like I lost a good one at the boat. Don't think y'all got any of it. Like it's crazy. Like they're going crazy right now, guys. Like they're like actually like breaking nuts. I lost a really good one before they started doing it. Breaking behind me. Breaking. Oh, I missed it. No way you came back. A lot of fish up here. And they're gonna feel this boat presence stop like eating soon. I'm gonna have to go find some more. Oh yeah, buddies. Love this time of year. Oh yeah. Oh, he came off. That was a baby. He came back. Baby. I said those first two, and then that one I lost that y'all didn't see. We'd be putting a little bag together. It took 10 pounds. Spencer and his son won. We probably would be on our way to that with those if I didn't lose that one. Now they didn't fish, I don't think, after noon either. 4. Crazy how this is another main lake deal. I know where some fish are in the creek, so we found them fish today. They're going crazy everywhere. But here in a second, I might start throwing that. I need to get the flutter spoon out, but start throwing that George just to see if I can get. Here they come. That was a good one out there. Let's try to get a little better bite. I showed it earlier. It's the Mega Bass. What's a dog? Dog X Junior. It's a baby one. I mean, look how little it is in my hand. Throw on level rake, 7.4 medium, light, fast. Level spinning rod, 8-pound braid, 8-pound fluoro. Real fun. You could get like a bait finesse set up, you know, and do that, but we can throw it on this. And like, we heard about you. You know, like we heard. That's awesome out there. crazy how many fish are out here. And like there's some over there. And one guys, you see, like I'm up here on the trolling motor, it's on 9, it's been on 9 the whole time, and sometimes that can affect how they work the baits, all that good stuff. Man, I'm hungry. And so like you gotta watch and slow down, you gotta be pretty careful with that. I like to cover water, so I'm covering water. Instead of me sitting back there graphing and then like, oh hey, there's some fish, and then getting up, and you gotta find them again. I'm finding them. On my lakes, it's a highland reservoir. Where are these? Dudes are not out here. So I'm just right now going out here just to see. So I saw some breaking, and it could just be one school out here. And I do need to find some more fish. Like I'm gonna, I have a lesson out here Monday. Y'all are gonna see this video after my next lesson. But guys, every lake's different, by the way. Like I'll have lakes where they don't even go out here. And like it's weird today how they're kind of doing it here. But like there'll be some lakes like they just stay on points. And but we're just kind of checking it out. There's some bait. Not much. Just kind of going out here and meandering around. That was fun. They're still back there going crazy. But we saw those bigger ones out here. Yep, there's some. There they are. They're lower. Since they're lower and they're moving and we're moving. Little George. I don't think they're that big. I'm definitely like, Those fish are like, no, no, no. Oh, I'm so hungry. Why am I so hungry right now? Crazy. Hungry. See, my man Johnny Schultz will be graphing. Shout out Fish the Moment. Guys, he's been doing the catch 15s without the live scope. Y'all go give him a shout. Your boy here is not going to take the live scope off though. I'm down that rabbit hole. They're still over there going crazy. Let's see what those guys do. I don't think those are big. Let's see. Nope. Bait. Where's those good schools at? But there's your pocket. Your pocket. Just kind of, you know. Now guys, we have a thermocline right now, and that thermocline disappears, and guess what? They can go anywhere. And then that's when like it's, you gotta do a little bit more. They're up there going crazy now. And that's when I really like to shine, is because we'll catch them on the bottom. Oh no, they're coming fast. Coming fast. They see it. Oh, they said no. No. There's a school coming at us real quick. I hit the reverse because I don't have crappie brakes. Pick this dude up. But yeah, guys, I'm on the water lesson soon. Like my last trip at Offshore, we actually started catching them on the bottom. But that's going to be happening soon. Like we're going to be finding schools. These schools are on the bottom and catching them. And that's really, really, really hard to find. A lot of patience, time, you know, and And they'll be like out here, like they're out here, like they're deep. So I need to find another area like this where they're just at though. Wish I could play some music. Wish this icon had a sound system. There's some. Funny, I hadn't even picked up a minnow yet. Like, Yep. When they really eat, they're just gonna go up there and doink. They're pushing them all the way over there. Big skull. Oh, they're down. No. They're down there. Oh, that might be why I ain't eating. There's a scale. Like, oh, that's that hook. Yeah, we got one there. That's acting hybridish. That's acting hybridish. That's acting hybridish. Yeah, cause you are a little hybrid. You little hybrid. You so cute. Not. Throw you up on the bank. Let an eagle get you. Oh, I'm hungry, man. I'm about to leave early. Like, still gotta eat. And that's how they want to eat the Little George. I call it Little George because that's like the original. I have some what's called the Rinky Dinks by Glenn Freeman, but I don't throw those because they're special. Special! And so this is just the hammer, the VMM version. It's caught a lot of fish for me. I'm mad at VMM. I hope y'all hear this. As many of these I've caught fish with and helped people get and use up high. And then y'all like I'm on there like their tackle warehouse talking about like Cliff Pace's jig. I made content for them. They never paid me. Went through some like, oh, they're too low. Change of owners and stuff, and it's Bush League. So, oh, look at that. Come on, babies. Oh yeah, that's a big one. Good one for right now. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Stay on, big girl. Stay on, big girl. Stay on, big girl. 8-pound braid. 8-pound fluoro. Oh, we got one hook. We got one hook. It's in the bottom. Get in the boat. It's a 3-pounder. That might be a 4. Looky there. Welcome to Lake to Gray, everybody. Yes, sir. All right. Make sure everything's good. So I am loop knotting. It's 8-pound braid, 8-pound fluoro. I am loop knotting. Love this rod. I can launch it. It works really good on like the action. And the hookups is big. So the hookups, guys, is big. It's like a crankbait. You don't want to set them too hard. So the size has been key though, man. Like, nobody's throwing these small ones at them. They see that normal spook and look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Bunch of baby hybrids. Bunch of baby hybrids. They saw it late. Look. Man, I wish I had Dixie. Dixie's in the rod box. Just to see how they would react to that big spoon down there. Dixie! Here in the house. Now here's one thing, guys, just to note real quick, if you're watching, like really learning, I've covered a lot of water. I'm not just sat up there on one school. And I made a video about that, and I got some feedback like, oh, I sit on fish all the time. If you're sitting and catching them, cool, but look how much water I covered and found new fish. I'm not just sitting up there, you know. It's one of the deals. And I also said, so you don't just pressure them, man. When you got fish on spots, dude, people just sit on them and throw. Go find more, man. Go learn. And don't just sit on fish. And man, I get if you're in a tournament on Kentucky Lake and like that. I mean, I get that. I mean, I got some dang hate. Oh, I've caught a lot of fish sitting on spots. Hey, I get it. Me too, dog. Like guys, I have too, but oh, there they are. There they were. I saw them in the distance. There they are. Big wad of them. I miss them. I missed them. Darn. No. No, don't go down. And my thing's messed up. Man, you always don't make the best cast. Oh, there. Oh yeah, we're about to see if they want to do it now. Another good one. Another good one. Another. Oh no, he came off. That's another 3-pounder. Darn. No, Jimmy. Terrible. Man, we about to get a good little bag out here. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Faith Juice part of the episode. I'm on my mic right now. I guess the sun's gonna just change all my coloring when I have to edit this real quick on the Faith Juice. I've been doing less videos if you guys followed along. I guess let me get this stabilized. Give updates. Everybody right now is healthy, I believe. I'm in the one that's kind of gotten the little bit of the bug now. Had a fever one day, but we've gotten over it, taking some Tylenol, ibuprofen, all the good stuff. But besides that, everybody's doing well. Baby's doing well. Mama's doing great. Kiddo's doing good. They're right now at Mother's Day out. And I'm here catching up on some editing work and stuff I need to do. I was going to go out today, but I've been out 3 days in a row, and I got a trip tomorrow and 4 trips next week. It's just been crazy. And fishing's been great. And let me kind of share on the Faith Juice something that, I mean, I've read some this week, that, but kind of was on my heart as I was thinking about making this was praying. And then we talk about praying a lot, but guys, it's kind of keep it simple. But praying for your children. Praying, it could be for friends too, but let's say, let's say you don't have children, that's okay. But the importance of praying for your kids. And I kind of got this brought up to me as I was in Nashville, Arkansas at my church down there, our pastor, Bruce Short, big on praying for your kids. And then praying for a lot. I mean, he would pray in church for our country, for our president, even though like at that time, he might not agreed with the president or that was not his selection, he prayed for him. Okay, so I always thought that was big. But he's real big on praying for your kids, and I was teaching that, so I was like, man, I need to pray for my kids. And so now that I have 3, and praying for them not only when you're like by yourself, but for them when they're with you. And over time, I mean, and the more the prayers, I believe, the better, right? And so I try to do this every night before we go to bed. If I have whatever kid I have, me and my wife put down multiple kids, you know, we might do this, that. I'm putting the kids down who gets them. But just going to share that with you guys. If you've not, it's not too late. If your kids are older and you're just like, man, I just haven't. And, you know, don't feel too guilt. Just go pray for them. And pray for them before they go to bed. Don't be afraid of your teenager if they're, like, thinking you're goofy. No, it's just setting an example, okay? So just going to share that with you guys today on Faith Juice. Thanks for watching the video. Like I said, I'm not going to do many videos this month. I'm going to do some here and there, but they're going to be very important. Offshore, teaching, with live scope footage, all that good stuff. I got another good one for DeGray coming up, guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one.